Imagine a hidden fortune worth over $500 billion in today's money. This isn't a fantasy. It's the legendary wealth attributed to King Solomon, a king whose very name became synonymous with unimaginable riches. But were these gold mines real, or merely a myth? The secrets history tried to bury. This isn't just a biblical tale. It's a deep dive into how the pursuit of such wealth could have fundamentally reshaped the ancient world. We'll uncover the geopolitical strategies, the conflicts, and the alliances driven by this insatiable hunger for gold. You'll see the pattern. For centuries, historians and adventurers have chased the ghost of Solomon's gold, searching for the fabled land of Ophir. This quest wasn't just about discovery. It was about power, control, and the hidden economic forces that dictated the rise and fall of empires. Let me show you. The Bible describes King Solomon's wealth in staggering detail. 666 talents of gold arriving annually. That's over 25 tons of pure gold every single year, a sum that would dwarf the treasuries of most modern nations. It's a number that demands an explanation. This wasn't just personal wealth. It was the engine of an empire, funding monumental building projects and vast trade networks. Such an influx of gold would have had an unprecedented impact, creating a powerful economic hub in the ancient Near East. How was it sustained? But where did it all come from? The biblical texts point to a mysterious land called Ophir, a place of legendary riches. Yet, its exact location remains one of history's most enduring puzzles, a secret buried beneath millennia of sand and speculation. The search continues. The search for Ophir has led explorers across continents, from Africa to India, each claiming to have found the source of Solomon's legendary gold. These expeditions, often fueled by greed and ambition, reveal a universal human obsession with hidden wealth. You'll recognize the drive. This isn't speculation. It's a historical pattern. The pursuit of immense resources has always been a catalyst for exploration, innovation, and often brutal conquest. To truly understand Solomon's empire, we must first understand the gold that built it. Now, let me show you. Ancient texts beyond the Bible, like the works of Josephus, also hint at Solomon's vast gold reserves, suggesting a historical basis for the legend. These accounts paint a picture of a king whose economic power was as formidable as his wisdom. It was an empire built on precious metals. The Phoenicians, master mariners of the ancient world, are often linked to Solomon's gold expeditions. Their advanced navigation and trade routes would have been essential for transporting such a massive treasure across vast distances. They were the logistics experts of their time. Consider the scale. Ships returning every 3 years, laden not just with gold, but with silver, ivory, apes, and peacocks. This wasn't just mining. It was a complex, multifaceted trade operation, hinting at a sophisticated global network. It's a testament to ancient ambition. For centuries, the idea of Ophir was dismissed as pure myth, a poetic exaggeration of a prosperous kingdom. The lack of concrete archaeological evidence seemed to confirm this skepticism, leaving the legend to gather dust in the annals of folklore. But the truth was still hidden. Then, in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, archaeologists began to uncover tantalizing clues. Inscriptions and artifacts hinted at connections between the Levant and distant lands, reigniting the search for Solomon's mines. The pattern was starting to emerge. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence emerged from the Timnah Valley in modern-day Israel, a site rich in copper mines. While not gold, the scale and sophistication of these ancient operations offered a glimpse into the industrial might of Solomon's era. It was a revelation. Archaeological excavations at Timnah, particularly at a site known as Slaves Hill, revealed extensive mining camps dating back to the 10th century BCE, precisely the time of King Solomon. This wasn't a coincidence. It was a direct link to the past. I've linked the source in the description. The discovery of Egyptian artifacts, including a temple dedicated to the goddess Hathor, further solidified the connection between the region and powerful ancient empires. These findings suggested a shared interest in the valley's mineral wealth, driving both cooperation and competition. You see the power dynamics. This evidence, though centered on copper, fundamentally changed our understanding of ancient resource extraction. It showed that large-scale, organized mining operations were indeed possible during Solomon's reign, laying the groundwork for the gold legend. The scale was immense. So, what was the mechanism behind this vast wealth? It wasn't just finding gold, it was the control of the entire supply chain, from extraction to trade. This system allowed Solomon to accumulate and leverage his riches in a way few rulers could. The trick is simple. The real secret wasn't just a single mine. It was a network of resource control and strategic trade routes. Solomon's alliances with Phoenicia and Egypt provided access to distant lands and the naval power to transport goods across vast oceans. This was economic warfare. The wealth generated by these operations wasn't merely stored, it was invested. Solomon used his gold to build the first temple in Jerusalem, a symbol of his power and divine favor, and to fortify his cities. This was a display of undeniable authority. This isn't a theory, this is the design. The system ensured that wealth flowed directly into the hands of the ruling elite, strengthening their power and influence. Meanwhile, the ordinary people, the miners and laborers, toiled in harsh conditions. You can see the contrast. Evidence number 2. Recent archaeological findings at Timna, published in National Geographic, confirm the presence of large-scale copper production during the 10th century BCE. This evidence suggests a highly organized, state-sponsored mining industry. You'll find the source link in the description. These operations required immense labor, often from enslaved populations or forced conscripts. The pursuit of wealth, whether copper or gold, has always come at a human cost, a pattern repeated throughout history. It's a stark reminder of power's true price. The sheer logistical challenge of extracting and transporting such vast quantities of metal speaks to an advanced administrative and engineering capability. This wasn't primitive digging. It was an industrial-scale enterprise for its time. It was a marvel of ancient engineering. The pursuit of Solomon's gold, whether real or imagined, had profound geopolitical consequences. It fueled rivalries, forged alliances, and shaped the very borders of ancient kingdoms. The quest for wealth is always a driver of conflict. Right now, the same pattern is happening. Egypt, with its own vast gold mines in Nubia, would have been a major player in this ancient resource economy. Its relationship with Solomon's kingdom would have been a complex dance of cooperation and competition. Who controlled the gold, controlled the power. The Queen of Sheba's legendary visit to Solomon, often seen as a diplomatic exchange, could also be interpreted as a strategic move to secure trade routes and access to precious resources. Her kingdom, Saba, was a hub for exotic goods and trade. This wasn't just a courtesy call. The narrative of Solomon's wealth highlights a timeless truth. Control over vital resources translates directly into geopolitical influence. Empires rise and fall, not just by military might, but by their economic foundations. This is the hidden truth of power. What makes this dangerous today is the enduring human obsession with hidden wealth and resource control. Right now, the same patterns of exploitation, conflict, and strategic alliances are playing out across the globe. You are living through it, from rare earth minerals to oil reserves. The modern world mirrors the ancient quest for Ophir. Nations vie for control over resources, driving proxy wars and economic sanctions, all for the sake of power and profit. The playbook hasn't changed. The allure of a $500 billion fortune, whether in ancient gold or modern commodities, continues to drive human behavior. It's a powerful motivator, capable of inspiring both incredible innovation and devastating destruction. This is the cost of ambition. Evidence number A. A study published in Smithsonian Magazine highlights the continued archaeological efforts in the Timna Valley, revealing new insights into the scale of ancient mining and metal production. All sources are linked in the description. Understanding this ancient pursuit of wealth helps us decipher the hidden forces shaping our world today. The struggle for resources is not a new phenomenon. It's a constant, defining feature of human history. It's a pattern you can't unsee. So what should you take from this? First, understand that history is often driven by economic forces, not just kings and battles. The pursuit of wealth is a constant, invisible hand-shaping events. It's the silent architect of empires. Second, recognize that the patterns of resource control and exploitation are timeless. From ancient gold mines to modern oil fields, the mechanisms of power remain remarkably consistent. Awareness is your first line of defense. Third, build your own understanding of these hidden systems. Knowledge is the only true protection against being caught unaware by the forces that shape your world. Now you know what they don't want you to know. The legend of King Solomon's gold isn't just a story of ancient riches. It's a profound lesson in human nature. The insatiable desire for wealth, and the power it brings, is a force that transcends time. It's a cycle that repeats. If this revealed to you the hidden economic drivers of history, subscribe, because the next video will expose another secret empire. What other untold stories are buried beneath the sands of time? Past Chronicles has the answers. I'll show you where to look.